Okay, let's enable developer options on the Fire TV. You need to get the downloader app, so hold down the Alexa voice button and say downloader. And then you want to select this app, install and open this app. Just press download, then press open, and now press allow. Hold down on the home button on the Fire TV remote. Hold down the home button and then go over to settings and select settings. Now go to My Fire TV. And then if you don't see the developer options menu, just press about, and then just press the center button on the Fire TV remote about 8 times on the name of your device like this. And at the bottom of the screen, you should eventually see a little notification that says you are now a developer. And when you see that, just press the back button on the Fire TV remote, and then you should see this developer options menu right there. So that gets you the developer options menu. Now let's go into the developer options menu. And then you see ADB debugging. Let's go ahead and select that. And let's just make sure this is turned on. So make sure ADB debugging is turned on. And what that does is it allows apps to basically get access to your Fire TV in a way that apps can't before you turned on developer options. So this just makes it so that apps can basically utilize the full potential of your Fire TV. Now let's go down to install unknown apps and select that. And now in this menu here, you just want to turn on any apps that you want to allow to install apps on your Fire TV. So I just recommend that you turn on the ability to install unknown apps for the downloader app, just like you see on my screen here. It says on for downloader. And now we have fully unlocked our Fire TV. So now that we enabled developer options, we turned on ADB debugging, we enabled unknown apps, we are good to go. At this point, you could just use the downloader app to install other apps. Hold down the Alexa voice button and say downloader. And then in the downloader app, you can press the up button on the Fire TV remote to move the cursor into the address bar of this app. And then just press the center button on the Fire TV remote to bring up the on-screen keyboard. And then you could just enter the address of any APK file or Android program installer file that you want. Just look in the description of this video for some options to different files that you could download with the downloader app. But at this point, you just enter a web address such as https://fireplug.com with 2 G's /CPTV, and you can press go. And this would just install the C-Display TV app on your Fire TV so that you could use your phone as a remote or a mouse to control your Fire TV. So this is just an example of how to install an app on your Fire TV using the downloader app after we enabled unknown sources and turned on developer options. We just downloaded C-Display for TV. We could press the install button if we wanted to install this app. And this app would just act as a receiver for the mouse app that you could install on your phone. And then you can just press open to open whatever app you downloaded and installed. And here's the app that we downloaded and installed, C-Display for TV. So once again, that's just an example of how you could install an app on the Fire TV using Downloader. So I hope this video was useful for you. If it was, press that like button, smash that subscribe button, and share this with your friends and loved ones if you think they would find this useful. Thanks and enjoy.